Hello Leo, and welcome to your Triple Cross reading for the month of March 2018. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising signs, and some months you might identify more with your rising or moon sign instead of your sun sign. So if you know your signs, please do check those videos out for more clarity at this time. Also, keep in mind that these are general readings, so naturally there'll be some messages that resonate more than others, and that's normal because there's a lot of us Leos out there in the YouTube community. I say us because I am a Leo rising, so this reading will definitely be applicable to me. Alright, so down the center we have Seven of Wands, the Death card, and the Empress. Crossing or supporting that, we have the Hermit card, and this is a supporting card. All right, so astrologically, Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, is retrograde, and it will be retrograde for about three to 4 months. And it's retrograde in the sign of Scorpio, which falls for our sign in our 4th house. So that indicates that it's going to be, and I say all of this because I'm seeing it in the cards. The Death card is a representation of Scorpio. And we do have the Empress card here that to me is very, even though it is a 3, because it's a very mothering energy, I always tie it to the home. So it's, to me, it really does apply to what's actually happening astrologically for us Leos. And yes, the 4th house does talk about mothering, our home, and mothering not just in the sense of mothering children, definitely, but also mothering yourself. It talks about structure. And because of all of this going on with Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio in our 4th house, now is going to be the time, the ideal time for us to reevaluate our emotional structure with the Empress card here. And anything that presents itself in a way for you to change your attitudes, your belief systems. For some of us, it could definitely talk about our relationship to our mother figure, and that doesn't necessarily just mean your mom, but whoever nurtured you in childhood, and that could be a grandparent or it could be your father as well. So it's looking at all of that and looking at all of the patterns that you have in relationships, and that's what we see here with the Empress looking at the Hermit. They're both looking at each other, and I'm seeing that as, yes, patterns and lessons learned when it comes to relationships of all kinds, platonic, romantic, or familial bonds as well. Throughout this period, because it is a long period for us, it's like 3 to 4 months, like I said, the 4th house illuminates everything that has to do with our stability and our structure as people, and also our structure as our homes too. So some of us could be relocating, like I said, or it could be just reevaluating your relationship with your mother or your maternal figure, the person that nurtured you. Also, if you are a mother yourself, or you have dependents that you nurture, now is going to be the time for you to acquire more wisdom and a sense of you not having to repeat any kind of deep-seated familial patterns that you see, and also a way for you to nurture yourself. It's not just nurturing others, but also nurturing ourselves and the people that we love the most, trying to find a way to not have to return to these patterns that could make us feel like we're cornered, because that can be the energy of the Seven of Wands here. And I'm seeing a transformation attached to that, a change. I need to change these patterns, these things from the past, to bring about a sense of nurturing, of wisdom and illumination. All right, now in your root area, we have the World card, the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So I'm still seeing a lot of synergy with the center and the root area, especially when it comes to patterns, because the Eight of Cups always talks about patterns. Why? Because the figure 8 goes like this, but if you flip it, it's really the infinity sign. It's cycles that come and go, that now, this month, you definitely can close, should you choose to. And if you do, it has the promise attached to it with the Page of Pentacles of bringing you more stability and attracting more abundance to your life, and also to the people that you care about, because the pages also denote children, and we were talking about mothering or nurturing dependence. So it definitely is applicable to that. Now, Pentacles and coin cards not only talk about money, it definitely can, but anything that you hold of value, like your health is valuable or your stability is valuable, and that sense of being able to trust in yourself and others is of value. All right, now in your recent past, we have the Page of Wands, the Magician, and the Two of Cups. So in the past, we have a lot of, I love this trio, I just gotta say that. Some of you might still be in this energy, and if you are, you're still radiating such generosity on your part when it comes to either children or love relationships or very special friends, like whose bonds are people that have been in your life for a long time. They're relationships that talk about being balanced, being totally in equilibrium. There's a wonderful synergy of give and take, giving and receiving, and these are just very positive, special relationships that have given you the incentive of manifesting even more than you could on your own. There is a sense here with the Magician card of having everything that you need to radiate, to attract the things that you want, to be super creative, and being in total control of your ideas. Now, if you are dealing with another Leo or someone from the fire element, like an Aries or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, there is a lot of really wonderful love between the two of you. And if it is a friend, it's someone that adds a lot to your life and gives you a lot of emotional backing. All right, definitely beautiful manifesting energy in your recent past. Now, in your crowning position, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Ace of Wands. So here we see once again a sense of having to talk about stability. This whole line here is talking about that. Why? Because the fours talk about that stability. We talked about the fourth house in astrology earlier in your center position, and this informed this, and this is informing your crowning area. So definitely lots of synergy with the cards. The cards want to talk about the astrological aspects for your sign this month, for our sign, I should say. But your stability is not just centered when it comes to your emotional structure, your personal structure, like we talked about here, but also the structure of your home. So try to organize, to clean, to be able to see your surrounding from a different perspective, because once you do this work, you're going to be feeling recharged, re-energized, loving the place that you're in. For some of you, like I said, this all could denote a move, having to switch your whole home structure, your home environment. But for some of us, it's just cleaning out your closet. It could be something small like that. For others of us, it could definitely talk about a change of diet, because health is also valuable. So some of you might be going green, might even be going vegetarian or vegan or something like this. And because we do see the 4 with the Hanged Man, which is a very reticent energy, a very a guarding energy, it's best if you don't make big expenditures this period, because you might need this for a rainy day. And it's better to, instead of desiring other things, to try to place your attention on the things in your life that are of value, on the things that you already possess, and also on your virtues, because our virtues are also valuable. Now, in your future position, we have the 7 of Swords, the Wheel, and the Tower card. All right, so because Mercury is also going retrograde, halfway through the month, please, please, please be careful with all of your communications. It's going to be crucial that you are clear when you are communicating with other people. This is the spoken word, but also the written word. Try to ask for clarification, or make sure that other people understand where you're coming from, because there could be some misunderstandings here. Some people not really understanding where you're coming from, or misreading your intentions. So just try to be clear as best as you can, so that you can avoid surprises midway through the month. Also, because Mercury is in retrograde, it's a time for you to make sure that you are paying attention to detail, especially when it comes to anything that you sign, any documents, and also make sure that you don't lose any valuables. Try to keep your eye on prized possessions, because you could misplace them, or in its most negative, this won't apply to all Leos out there, but it's worth noting, because forewarned is forearmed, that someone might try to steal something from you. This has not happened, so it's definitely an energy that you can mitigate. And yes, if you are paying attention to your communication and paying attention to the fine print, the details, you can definitely mitigate this energy. Now, in your ego, we have the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. So, because Mercury will be in retrograde, it's something that we mentioned here, in the 9th house in our astrology chart. Try to be cautious, not only with your words, like the Queen. The Queen is very careful, very measured, very tactful in the way that she expresses herself to other people, but also try to bring about a sense of gentleness that all Leos are known for, but the 9 of Cups is attached to the Queen. So definitely be a little bit softer in your communication if you can throughout this period. But the 9 also talks about our ideologies, our ideas. Also, it talks about foreign lands, trips to foreign lands, and also higher learning. So all of these areas, these 3 areas, can be reevaluated throughout this time with the 10s, because 10s involve completions and having to come to a greater understanding of where you stand with these 3 areas: ideology, trips to foreign lands, and also higher learning. And because we are in retrogrades with two big important planets, Jupiter and Mercury, it is a time to reevaluate, to redo, and to reconsider these areas. Now, some of you could definitely be dealing with an air sign like a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and this person could definitely be needing of your help. And you could be providing your wisdom to this situation, your love, your affection, and your understanding, should you choose to. Now, in your environment, we have the Strength card, the Hierophant or the Pope, and the Knight of Cups. All right, so some of you Leos could have the opportunity to shine when it comes to whatever it is that you do in your profession. There is an offer here attached to that. So this could be a promotion or an opportunity for leadership or to be seen, because this is the card that represents us in the major arcana of the tarot. Now, in your work or any field of study, because the Pope also deals with higher learning, which is something that we mentioned here in your ego position. There could also be a sense of either having to like ascending higher, graduating, being promoted, like I said. But also some of you might be going back to school or taking some kind of online courses or something like that. And for other Leos out there, I laugh because I love this message. You could be getting some beautiful messages from people that you care about, or this could also be taking your relationship to a higher level with the Pope. This is a love offering that could make your relationship go a little bit more serious in nature, so like moving in together or getting engaged. And if that applies to you, congrats. Now, in your hopes and fears area, we have the King of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so these are wishes, and you're wishing to have the mental fortitude to be able to manage your time in a more efficient way, or also manage your finances or your health, because those two things are also valuable, and we're talking about pentacles, coins, and just being able to manage this time-wise, but also energetically, because we are dealing with wands, and wands talk about energy. And you're just hoping to bring in about like just more stability, more abundance in your life. And so these are wonderful wishes to have. Now, in your outcome for the month of March, we have the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. So emotionally, you are going to hit a high point by the end of the month. You're going to be feeling really good within yourself. You're going to be finding the balance emotionally, or in your emotional life as an aspect of yourself. You're going to be feeling really good when it comes to the strides that you have made when it comes to your finances, or the hopes that you had here of managing your diet, your exercise, your health regime, and your time management, especially with the two here. Now, some of you could definitely be wishing or hoping that you had a little bit more when it comes to progress of your financial situation, your stability. But don't be negative, because you will definitely have made progress by the end of the month. So try to keep your thoughts positive and try to be proactive when it comes to this area. And there's a sense here of having to manage two things. So some of you could be dealing with a second source of income, like two jobs, for instance, or dealing with multiple things at a time by the end of the month. But the key with this, because if you can see it in a positive way, that's why I keep saying keep your thoughts positive, you could find the right rhythm, the right balance between dealing with all of these things that are coming at you. And once you find your rhythm, once you hit your stride, you will then have fun and enjoy what it is that you're doing and your work as well. All right, Leo, I hope that this reading has been of help to you, that it has given you a guide to better manifest with the energies that are at your disposal throughout this month. If you feel like it has been of help to you, you can subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up or share this video with someone else that might need to hear these messages. And that way I can be supported here with this free work that I'm doing on my channel. Also, I have recently opened a donate button in my website. So if you feel called to donate to my work here, any denomination is welcome. And I'd like to thank you so much in advance for doing so. Otherwise, if you want a private reading with me, you can visit tripletarot.com. I would love to read for you. I'm also inviting you to follow me on both Twitter and Facebook, because I will be posting some announcements on there and some promotions down the road. So I do hope to see you in those two social media platforms. All right, I'm wishing you a lovely, beautiful month, Leo. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.